Hi everyone, welcome to Chandan Logics. You all know that students who are preparing for bank, SSC, railway, police, defense, CSAT and other competitive exams are very familiar about Chandan Logics. Why the reason is, Chandan Logics have trained lakhs of students, and out of those lakhs of students, already thousands of students secured government jobs in various sectors. Now, how this is possible to us? This is possible to us only because of our expert faculty team and our exclusive designed curriculum for examination. If you observe our expert faculty team, each and every faculty is having vast experience and they're having in-depth subject knowledge based on the present examination pattern, and they have trained lakhs of students. And coming to our curriculum, we have designed our curriculum in such a way that our video lectures are completely digital interactive video lectures where we are going to teach each and every subject in depth, complete concept oriented teaching and complete time saving techniques based on the recent examinations. And we are going to conduct mock examinations also. These mock examinations are exclusively based on the real-time experience of what actual examination is going to happen. And we are going to provide you complete concept-oriented PDF materials also. If you are a serious aspirant and looking for the right platform to achieve your dream job, download Chandan Logics app.
World Economic Forum. Actually, here World Economic Forum established in the year and as well as before, is there any historical background for World Economic Forum, or else the name has been changed or not? Yes. First, actually, World Economic Forum was named as European Management Forum, and it changed its name to the World Economic Forum in the year 1987. But you need to consider here the established year in 1971 as a European Management Forum. But later on in the year 1987, it was named as World Economic Forum. And then, what is the objective of World Economic Forum? The main objective, it serves as a sought to broaden its vision to include providing a platform for resolving the international conflicts. With the main motto for resolving the international conflicts, World Economic Forum has been set up, which is in the year 1971. But with the name you need to consider, first it was named as a European Management Forum. Later on in the year 1987, it changed its name to World Economic Forum. And then moving to the headquarters, Cologne, Switzerland. And even moving to the purpose actually here, which influencing the global agendas and decision makers, even promoting the public-private cooperation. So as just now we have done that, this is for resolving the international conflicts and also strengthening the public-private cooperation. So this is the role played by World Economic Forum, and previously it used to call as European Management Forum, right? So this is all about WEF, World Economic Forum. And now let us discuss about some of the regional organizations. So here first comes to BIMSTEC. Actually, you need to focus how many countries and what are the countries actually present in BIMSTEC. We'll be discussing in detail, but just have a glance over the image so that you can remember easily. And try to focus how many letters were there in the terminology called BIMSTEC. So there were overall 7, right? So even while we are discussing, there will be like total number of members were 7. And in detail we will discuss like from each and every region how many countries actually taking part. But before going to know here, just to remember the trick, if you understand, like if you were coming across the word called BIMSTEC, then here total number of 7 letters were there, right? So remember that 7 member states were present. So this is one of the trick that you can remember, like how many number of states present in BIMSTEC. So there were total 7 member states. Then from each and every other regions again they were divided, but later on we'll be discussing. And first let us know about BIMSTEC in detail. What does actually the terminology stands for? Here BIMSTEC stands for the Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral, Technical and Economic Cooperation. And here it is a regional and multilateral organization. Multilateral organization which involves more than 3 countries. So here it is 7 countries, right? So which involves multilateral organization, we call it as right? And here comes to BIMSTEC. This is regional multilateral organization. So based on the region, then which region is considered? Here Bay of Bengal has been considered. So the member states were present were actually the areas, that means the adjacent areas of Bay of Bengal, right, and which are constituting a contiguous regional unity. Once if you go through a map, right, so once go through the world map and there once have a glance over Bay of Bengal. Then for the adjacent areas of Bay of Bengal, what are the countries? Those countries were present in this BIMSTEC regional organization, and this is regional multilateral organization. More than 3 countries were taking part. And now moving to the concept. So before going to the concept, let us discuss once again the full form. Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sector Technical and Economic Cooperation, right? Then moving to the concept called the member states. So here out of 7 member states based on the region, first from South Asia there were 5, and moving to Southeast Asia there were 2 member states. Is it clear? So overall how many? 5 plus 2. Overall 7 member states were present in BIMSTEC regional multilateral organization. And moving to 5 members of from South Asia. What are those countries? Whether India is there or not? Yes, India is also a part. Moving to the concept here, the names of each and every member state: Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Nepal and Sri Lanka. Then moving to the 2 other members from Southeast Asia were Myanmar and Thailand. So these were the member states which actually took part in BIMSTEC multilateral regional organization. And even if you want to know, in just have a glance over the map, what are the countries actually participated in, that is took part in BIMSTEC: India, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Myanmar and Thailand. Here you can consider Bay of Bengal. So just Bay of Bengal adjacent areas, like these are all the adjacent areas of Bay of Bengal, and they formed a regional cooperation organization called BIMSTEC. And here the other objective you can consider, which is to create enabling environment, and which is for the rapid economic development and also for social progress, even promoting a collaboration on the matters of common interest in the region, so they can discuss and they can share their ideas. So that is the major objective to set up and establish a regional organization called BIMSTEC. Is it clear everyone? If you have a glance over the map so that you can remember easily. And total how many number of member states? Here there were 7. So at least with the word, once you consider in the word called BIMSTEC, how many letters were there? 7 letters. So remember it like 7 member states. Is India is a part or not? Yes, India is also the part of BIMSTEC. And then if we move to the next regional cooperation called ASEAN. So here ASEAN represents Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Even this is also the regional organization, and which was established. The main objective is to promote the political and social stability, and even including the rising tensions among Asia Pacific's post-colonial states. Is it clear? So this is the major objective to form the regional organization. What is the full form? Association of Southeast Asian Nations. So try to consider these 2 words, Southeast Asian Nations. So how many member states and everything now we'll be discussing. But before going to know in detail, first let us know the motto. Here the motto you need to consider, like remember with the trick called O cube, like VIP we used to call, right? So in the place of P, just insert C, O cube VIC. So here 1 will be repeated 3 times. 1 vision, 1 identity and 1 community. So this is the motto of for establishing this regional cooperation called ASEAN Cooperation, Association of Southeast Asian Nations. And then if you can move to the other concept called Asian Day, every year on 8th August actually Asian Day has been celebrated. And then moving to the Secretariat, Indonesia, Jakarta. Then moving to the concept called member nations. So now if you can consider here Southeast Asian nations, the member states nations were Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, Brunei, Vietnam, Laos, Myanmar and Cambodia. These were the member nations of ASEAN, right? Association of Southeast Asian nations. And then actually here Asian community is comprised of three pillars. What are those three pillars? Which based on social, political and economic. So just have a glance here. First pillar is Asian political security community, and the second community which is based on economic, that is Asian economic community, and the third is Asian socio-cultural community, socio-economic and political. These were the three communities and the three pillars of a whole Asian community. All the member nations used to follow these three pillars. Is it clear? So this is all about Association of Southeast Asian nations. Let us discuss the other regional organization called SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and even we'll be discussing in detail about Shanghai Cooperation Organization and also how many member states, is there any observer states or else any dialogue partners, etc. Now let us enter into the concept called Shanghai Cooperation Organization, headquarters established here, and in detail let us know about the organization. Here comes to SCO. Actually SCO is the Intergovernmental International Organization. And then moving to the concept called about the objective. It is actually the Eurasian political, economic and military organization. Main objective is to maintain peace and security and the stability in the particular region. Is it clear? And this is the main objective and a little bit introduction about Shanghai Cooperation Organization. And moving to the headquarters and established year, which was actually created in the year 2001. Moving to the headquarters, which is at Beijing, China. Actually you need to consider as the year you need to consider is it was created in the year 2001, but the charter was passed in the year that is 2002. Is it clear? So SCO, that is Shanghai Cooperation Charter, actually signed in the year 2002 and came into force in the year 2003. So just to follow the chronology, 2001 it was created and the charter was signed in the year 2002 and later on it came into force in the year 2003. Is it clear? And then if we move to the concept about the dialogue partner and observer states and even moving membership states. First let us know about the membership states. There were 8 countries: Kazakhstan, China, Kyrgyzstan, Russia, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, even India and Pakistan. These were the countries having membership in the regional organization called Shanghai Cooperation Organization, SCO. And then moving to the observer states, Afghanistan, Belarus, Iran and Mongolia. Then moving to the dialogue partners. So here comes to the countries were 6, which were Azerbaijan, Armenia, Cambodia, Nepal, Turkey and Sri Lanka. So these were divided, and that means the organization which comprises of the dialogue partners, membership states and observer states. Is it clear? That is all about SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and this is a regional organization which is focusing, the main objective is what? Which is to maintain peace, stability and security in that region. That is the main objective to come up with this particular organization, and created in the year 2001 but came into force in the year 2003. Is it clear? And then even regarding India's importance in this particular organization called SCO, India's importance, and it is focusing which is having a membership of SCO and can help in achieving regional integration and promote connectivity and even stability across the borders. As we have well known, we have discussed in our session called International Boundary Lines and Indian Neighborhood Countries. So you can understand the concept, right? How it is maintaining the stability across the borders too. Is it clear? So this is the importance of India in the organization called SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization. And now let us move to the next regional organization called SAARC, which represents South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, right? So just have a glance over the countries once if you know the pictorial representation, so that you can remember easily. SAARC, which represents, and you can have a glance over the logo of SAARC, which actually South Asian Association for regional cooperation. Here all the countries which belongs to South Asian region. Even we have discussed about that concept in the regional organization called ASEAN, right? So maintain the difference here, that is Southeast Asian nations, but here comes to SAARC is South Asian countries. So just have a glance, Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, even India is also a part of SAARC and including Bhutan, Bangladesh and Afghanistan. Is it clear? And now let us know in detail about the organization called SAARC, South Asian Association of Regional Cooperation. All these and some, like till now we have discussed like ASEAN, SAARC, SCO and some other. These are the regional cooperation organizations. Try to concentrate here. And then moving to South Asian Association Regional Cooperation is, it is actually the regional intergovernmental organization and also the geopolitical union of states in the region called South Asia. Is it clear? And its member states, just now we have done with the concept called Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India and the Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan and Sri Lanka. These were the member states. Moving to the concept called headquarters and established year. Establishment in the year 1985 on 8th of December. And then moving to the headquarters. Headquarters is it Kathmandu, Nepal. Even here Nepal is one of the member state of SAARC, right? So these were actually union of states based on what? Based on the region. The region considered is South Asia. And then even including the main objective is that this particular organization promotes the development of economic and regional integration between the nations. Is it clear? Those nations we have done. So even including India also. So this is the main concept you need to focus, which is regarding the region called South Asia, not Southeast Asia. Concentrate here. These were the nations which are taking part or belongs to the region called South Asia. Even the objective is also to promote the development and also even focusing on the development towards economic and regional integration. Is it clear? And then if we move to about the member states, here there were 8 members and as well as the observers. That number is 9 observers and 8 members. So here actually you can consider India is a member state. In the 8, India is one of the member state. Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan and Sri Lanka. These 8 were the member states. Moving to the observer states, you can consider there were 9 which are based on Australia, China, even including EU, that is European Union, Iran, Japan, Mauritius, Myanmar, South Korea and United States. So these were the 9 observer states of South Asian Association of Regional Cooperation called SAARC. Is it clear? So let us have a glance over the concept once again. Established year 1985, headquarters is at Kathmandu, Nepal, and then objective is to promote the development in economic and regional integration, and the 8 member states, 9 observer states. And moving to the concept called, it is actually the regional intergovernmental organization and the geopolitical union of the region called South Asia. Is it clear? So this is all about SAARC. And now let us know about the international organization which is known as International Labour Organization. And now let us discuss what is the objective first. Here International Labour Organization is actually United Nations agency and which is mandated to advance social and economic justice through the setting some international labour standards. What is the objective? To come up and also to maintain economic and social justice by setting some of the international labour standards. Is it clear? So that with this main motto they can obtain or else they can attain the social justice and economic justice by what? By setting the labour standards. So through these standards they will be going to attain the achievement. And here with the main motto, International Labour Organization was set up and established in the year 1919. And moving to headquarters, Geneva, Switzerland. And then even actually moving to International Labour Organization, here the governing body is actually the executive body of ILO, which is also represented as ILO, International Labour Organization. So here the governing body is the executive body and it meets 3 times in a year. Then when? In which of the following months? That is, it meets 3 times in a year. The months followed were March, June and in the month of November. These were the 3 months where actually International Labour Organization meets 3 times in a particular year. Is it clear? The 3 months covered were March, June and November. And then moving to the concept, so just I hope that you were clear with the concept called International Labour Organization. If you were clear with this concept, then we can move to the next concept called International Standard Organization. First, let us know here a similar single sentence you can make a whole concept in a differentiate. That is International Labour Standards. Here it is setting the labour standards. Is it clear? Then moving to ISO called International Standard Organization. In which fields this particular organization is going to set the standards? So here comes to International Standard, that is Organization for Standardization, which stands for the standard setting body. Even it is composing the representatives of all the nations standards organization. Is it clear? That is National Standards Organization, representatives from each and every nation. This will be consisting a body which is known as standard setting body, that we represent it as International Organization of Standardization, and it comprises the nations you can consider is works in 165 countries. In how many countries? In 165 countries, International Organization of Standardization is working with these countries. Because here this is a standard setting body comprising the representatives from other, like all the nation standard organizations. And moving to the established year 1947, as we got the independence, right? So in the year 1947, just you can remember it easily. India got independence in the year 1947, right? So in the same way you can remember ISO, International Organization for Standardization, established in the year 1947. And moving to headquarters, Geneva and Switzerland. Then here comes to all the differentiation you need to know regarding ILO and ISO is the main objective is that ILO, which states only the labor standards, right? That means it can bring the social justice. But moving to ISO, it actually sets the standards even regarding including the fields like worldwide, technical, industrial and commercial standards. Is it clear? This organization develops and publishes the worldwide standards which is regarding industries, commercial standards and also including technical standards. Have you got the difference between ILO and ISO? This is a major difference you need to know. That only sets for the labor standards. But here when it comes, it actually develops even regarding technical, commercial and industry standards. Is it clear with this particular concept called International Organization for Standardization, ISO, which plays a major role because here nearly it works with 165 countries, right? And then here is the one trick which you can remember for the world organizations which are starting with international and ending with organization. Is it clear? So the trick is that you need to, like, you can understand and you can remember easily. Headquarters is the organization which starts with international, the word, and ending with the word called organization. So maybe like ILO, ISO, right? So this is one of the trick you can follow for world organization. That is, headquarters is at Geneva. Is it clear? For all these, whatever the organization starting with international and ending with organization, the headquarters are at Geneva. So example also you can consider whatever just now we have discussed, right? Those were International Labour Organization, Geneva, and International Standard Organization, Geneva. So you can consider here which are starting with international and ending with organization. So both of these organizations are having the headquarters as at Geneva. Is it clear? So in this session maximum we have done with the concept which are regarding, that is regarding the world organizations, international organizations, intergovernmental organizations, regional organizations. So try to concentrate on even including regional organizations also, because from regional organizations. The questions will be in the format like the member states, is India is a member or not, when India joined that particular regional organization, is it clear? So this is the format of questions. Even from these concepts you will be rising.
If you're a serious aspirant and if you're looking for right platform to achieve your dream job, immediately download Chandan app. For more details, contact below numbers. Thank you. All the best.